Ma'am, they are joining.
Yeah. Okay. So, last class we have discussed about we have started this chapter, right, and discussed about respiration, then aerobic and anaerobic respiration. So this is done
Yes,
in
ma'am.
last class. Okay. So today we'll start mechanism of breathing. So, breathing already we have discussed. Breathing is nothing but mm, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling of oxygen and exhaling of carbon dioxide. Breathing means taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. Okay. So, but even though this whole thing may seem to be simple, breathing, giving out carbon dioxide, taking in oxygen is simple, but the mechanism, what happens inside our body, is a little bit complex. Okay, so the breathing, it has two steps. It involves two steps. One is inspiration and one is expiration. So inspiration, it is also known as inhalation. You can see here, inspiration is also known as inhalation, and it is breathing in. When we breathe in, it is known as inspiration. Okay, we breathe in oxygen, so that breathing in is known as inspiration, and breathing out, that is giving out carbon dioxide, that is known as exhalation or expiration. Okay, same thing. Inspiration and inhalation is the same thing. Expiration and exhalation is the same thing. So when we breathe in, we it is known as inspiration, and when we breathe out, it is known as expiration. So the mechanism of breathing, it involves two steps. That is inspiration and expiration. And inspiration, it is an active process. Why active process? Because inspiration, it requires energy. Okay, in order to for inspiration to occur, it needs energy. We need energy. That's why it is known as active process. And expiration, it is a passive process because it doesn't need any energy. Okay, expiration doesn't need energy, therefore it is passive, and inspiration, it needs energy, therefore it is active. So inspiration is breathing in and expiration is breathing out. So inspiration will look in details now, one by one. First of all are aware of rib cage, right? Rib cage. So how many ribs do human beings have? What do you think? How many ribs do human beings have? Do you know? Anyone? Ribs, all of you know, right? Ribs. So how many ribs are there in human beings? For
Forgot, ma'am.
for boys, you go to the gym. You go for to the gym. They used to show six packs. No, what do you think that six packs is? Those are the rib cage showing. No, ribs showing. No. So there are 12 pairs of ribs. Okay, 12 pairs means both side. Here you can see this diagram. Both side will be 12, 12. 12 pairs means total of 24. So this side 12 and this side 12. Okay, pairs means double. So 12 on this side and 12 on this side. So if you count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you'll get 12. Okay, each side. So there are 12 ribs, and inside the rib cage, inside this thoracic cavity is there. No, inside this, the inside of the rib cage, the hollow portion, this is known as the thoracic cavity. Okay, remember it. Here it is written thoracic cavity. So inside the rib cage, listen it very carefully. Okay, this is a little bit complex process, but if you understand it, it will be very easy. But without understanding, if you try to memorize it, you won't be able to memorize it. So pay attention. So inside the ribs, the hollow cavity inside the ribs is known as the thoracic cavity. This thoracic cavity. So inside portion is known as the thoracic cavity, and inside it the lungs are there. Okay, and you all of you know, I guess, that for respiration, lungs are the most important organs for respiration. Okay, so lungs are situated inside the ribs. Okay, just remember that for now. So for inspiration to occur, two types of inspiratory muscles are involved. Two types of inspiratory muscles are involved. So what are the two types of inspiratory muscles? They are diaphragm and external intercostal muscles. One is diaphragm, one is external intercostal muscles. Now what is diaphragm? I hope you have heard. I think you have heard in like school also about diaphragm. So diaphragm is basically a dome shaped structure situated here. Just look at the cursor. Okay, dome shaped means it is in the form of like, means this structure is also dome shaped, right? For example, if you take a plate and mm, means invert it, it will become a dome shaped. Okay, means it is in the middle, it is a little bit upward, so it is sort of a dome shaped. Dome, you all of you know, I guess. So the if diaphragm is located at the base of the ribs. Okay, at the base of the ribs, and it is dome shaped. Dome shaped means it is like this. It is in the form of an inverted plate. Okay, so diaphragm is situated. Okay, wait, someone is in the lobby. Let me. Okay, so diaphragm, it is dome shaped and it is found on the base of the ribs like this. Okay, first one, diaphragm. You now it is I explain what is diaphragm. Then comes in external intercostal muscles. So where does the external intercostal muscles are found? So external intercostal muscles are found in between the ribs. Okay, so these are the two ribs. For say this one rib, second rib, right? So in between the ribs there will be the external intercostal muscles. Okay, so if there are 12 pairs of ribs, there will be 11 pairs of external intercostal muscles. No, for just imagine uh, 3 rows in the classroom. 3 rows of students are there, right? 3 rows of students means how many, in between how many corridors will be there? Two, right? Three will form two. Like 5 fingers are there, in between how many spaces are there? Four. So likewise, 12 ribs are there. 12 ribs are there. So in between, if you count the space, empty space, it will be 11. So in between all the ribs, external intercostal muscles are there. So these are the two ribs, in between will be external intercostal muscles, and these are the two ribs, in between will be external intercostal muscles. Means the two ribs are connected by these muscles in between. Okay, so both there are 11 pairs of external intercostal muscles, 12 pairs of ribs and 11 pairs of external intercostal muscles, both sides. 11 this side, 11 this side. Means it is this one rib, second rib, in between there will be this external intercostal muscles. Just remember the position and what is it. Okay, and one more thing, uh, it is, you can see here, phrenic and radial muscle. So phrenic muscle and radial muscle. What is phrenic muscle and what is radial muscle? Phrenic and radial, it is the same. Okay, so phrenic or radial muscle, it is found. So as I mentioned, this is the dome shaped diaphragm, right? Dome shaped diaphragm here. So diaphragm, it is connected to these ribs by the radial muscles. Diaphragm is connected to the ribs by the radial muscles. So just imagine a 3D diagram like a plate. Imagine a plate. So along the periphery of the plate, and just imagine the plate to be your diaphragm. So along the periphery of the plate, periphery means along the outer line of the plate. Okay, border. Periphery means border. Along the border of the plate, these phrenic muscles will be attached. Okay, so these phrenic muscles, it is connected to the what to say, this ribs. So I'll show one more diagram, then you'll. So see, diaphragm is there, this one. So diaphragm is connected to this ribs by the phrenic muscles, and in between these ribs, these are the ribs, in between this this is the external intercostal muscles. Okay, so this is the overall uh, means structure of the rib cage and inside everything. So now we'll get to learn about inspiration. So what is inspiration? Inspiration, as we already mentioned, inspiration is nothing but it is breathing out. So why do we breathe in? Breathing in. So why do we breathe in? Breathe in oxygen, right? So what happens? There are a series of events occurring during inspiration. When we breathe in, there are a series of events occurring. So what are the series of events occurring? So let's look at that. So what happens first? Here you can see first point, contraction of phrenic and radial muscles. So phrenic muscles, where it is located? Phrenic muscles are located along the periphery of the diaphragm. Periphery means along the border of the diaphragm. Diaphragm is a 3D structure. For say a plate, along the border of the plate, outside line of the plate, these phrenic muscles are connected to the rib cage. So first these phrenic muscles will contract. Contract means it will uh, contraction, all of you know contraction and relaxation. For example, if you are squeezing your hand to make a, like when you want to punch, when you making when you are making your hand like a fist, that is known as contraction, and when you loosen it, it is relaxation. So when same means it is somewhat same. So when this radial muscles or the phrenic muscles along the periphery, along the border of the diaphragm, it contracts. So when it contracts, what happens? The diaphragm, it flattens. Diaphragm was dome shaped. Dome shaped means like this. Dome shaped means it is in the form of a inverted plate. So when the phrenic or radial muscles they contract, the plate becomes, for say it will become in the form of a like plain sheet, like a paper, means it will become straight. Okay, first it was dome shaped, then it becomes straight when the phrenic and radial muscles will contract. So when this was dome shaped earlier like this, it was dome shaped earlier like this, and it becomes straight. Okay, and if it becomes straight, what will happen? The inside the volume of thoracic cavity, it will increase. Volume means the space. Okay, the space of the thoracic cavity will increase. uh, one example I can give of, okay, a balloon. Okay, if you put air in the balloon, it will become bigger. So what will happen? The inside volume becomes big, right? So inside volume becomes big. Big means inside volume means inside space covered. That will become big. Same way. First it was dome shaped. It was taking all this space. It was dome shaped. When it becomes straight, it makes the thoracic cavity, means this inside area is known as thoracic cavity. So this thoracic cavity will also, volume will increase. Okay, wait. Okay, it will increase. Next, what will happen? The external intercostal muscles found in between the ribs, they will contract. Okay, first the phrenic muscles will contract. What will happen when the phrenic muscles will contract? The diaphragm will be flattened. Diaphragm will become flat. It was earlier dome shaped, dome, dome shaped. Just go to Google and search dome shape and see, you'll get the exact size. What is dome shape? It is in the form of a what to say, a plate, or inverted plate, or inverted plate or bowl, you can say. So it is in the form of that. Okay, yeah. And when the phrenic muscles or radial muscles, they will contract the diaphragm, it will become flat, it will become straight. Okay, that will, what they will do, they will increase the thoracic cavity volume. Okay, next is the external intercostal muscles. The external intercostal muscles, that is in between the ribs, they will contract this time. Okay, so when the external intercostal muscles will contract, what will be, let's see, if these muscles are there, right, if they will contract. So these are the two ribs. So these two ribs are connected by the these muscles. So if these muscles will contract, what will happen? These two ribs will move closer, right? So these two ribs will move closer, these two ribs will move closer. So all these ribs will move closer to one another. So what will in turn do? This all these ribs will move up. Everything will move up and it will become outward. It will move outward and up. So overall what happens? Same thing. The thoracic volume will be thoracic cavity. The volume of thoracic cavity will be big. Okay, you can see it in the last diagram. So originally the shape was like this, and when all this muscle contraction and everything took place, it becomes bigger. So as a result, the whole this inside cavity, this is the cavity, earlier it was like this, now it becomes big. So the volume increases. Now tell me what happens when volume increases. What happened to pressure? You have learned that when volume increases, pressure decrease. Okay, it is always the opposite of volume. Okay, pressure is always the opposite of volume. When pressure will increase, volume will decrease, and when volume will decrease, pressure will increase. Okay, it is always the opposite. When volume increases, pressure decreases. When volume decreases, pressure increases. So let's say your classroom, just imagine your classroom entire space is a volume. Okay, let's take the pressure is you people inside the classroom. Okay, so when inside the classroom, that is the volume, and you people are the pressure. So when the volume will increase, when the size of the classroom will be big, there will be enough space for you people to stay, right? But when the classroom is confined, it is made to, like, when earlier the classroom was up to certain amount of space, but now it is small. So when all of you, those people, 100 of you people, earlier you are in a big room, when you people are forced to stay in a small room, what will happen? You won't be able to fit in there, right? Some of you have to move out, because the volume, when pressure is when volume is decreased, pressure will be increased. That's why you have to move out. And when volume will be increased, pressure will decrease, that so that you can sit, and some other people also can join you from outside. Okay, so just think of that. So what happens inside volume? When volume will be increased, so pressure will decrease. Okay, there will be less pressure. So outside also there is pressure, right? Everywhere in the environment there is pressure. Outside there is pressure. So what happens? So it is mandatory that the pressure inside and outside should be same. Okay, pressure of outside the body and inside, outside the body is atmospheric pressure. Okay, remember, outside the body the pressure is known as atmospheric pressure. Inside it is the pressure inside the lungs. So atmospheric pressure and the pressure inside the lungs should be same. Okay, should be equal. But what happens when the thoracic cavity volume increases? The pressure will be decreased than the outside pressure. So when pressure will be decreased, what happens? Outside pressure needs to come inside in order to fill that void, in order to fill the remaining what to say areas, right? So therefore we breathe inside so that we can fill up the empty spaces, we can match up the pressure from outside and inside, same. In order to level out the amount of pressure, that's why we breathe in, so that in outside pressure will come inside, and the pressure inside the thoracic cavity, it will also become equal to the outside. Okay, it is a little bit complex, but if you understand, it is very simple and it is very interesting. It is a little bit complex, no doubt, but if you understand, it is easy. Okay, so I'll just brief up one more time. Just if you okay, one more thing. If you understand inspiration, expiration is very easy. Expiration is the complete opposite of inspiration. So if you understand inspiration, expiration will be totally easy for you, because inspiration is an active process, and expiration is a passive process, and expiration is completely opposite of inspiration. So inspiration, if you learn, expiration will be easy. So here, like contraction, there will be relaxation. Here contraction, there will be relaxation. The thoracic volume increases, there will be decrease. Then pressure will, since this thoracic cavity will decrease, pressure will increase. So like that, it will be completely opposite. So if you understand this portion, that will be easy. Okay, so initially this phrenic muscles, that is along the periphery, they contract, diaphragm it becomes flattened. As a result, the thoracic cavity increases. Next step is this external intercostal muscle, they will contract, and what will they do? They will move this rib cage up and outside. Therefore, again the thoracic cavity will be increased, and since the thoracic cavity increases, that means the pressure within the lung decreases. Okay, when volume increases, pressure decreases. Just remember that the volume increased, volume means the inside space, the volume increased, therefore the pressure decreased. And since the pressure decreased, therefore outside pressure needs to come inside so that it can be equal both sides. Okay, so since outside pressure needs to come here, means outside there is high pressure, inside there is low pressure. So air needs to move from higher pressure area to lower pressure area. Therefore we breathe in. Okay, so in order to make it equal. Okay, I would have explained it better, I would have given some demo and all if for offline classes, but now you have to manage this way only. Okay, so that was about inspiration. Now expiration, as I have already mentioned, expiration, it is the completely opposite. So now this phrenic muscles, they will relax. First it was contracted, now they will relax. When contraction took place, the diaphragm becomes flattened, right? Now they will relax. When they will relax, the diaphragm will again go back to its original shape. Original shape is the dome shaped. So they will again go back to its original shape, that is dome shaped. And as a result, the thoracic volume, thoracic cavity volume will be decreased. They will become small again, right? Then next will be relaxation of this intercostal muscles, external intercostal muscles. So when these muscles will relax, then again what will happen, the space between both the ribs will be more, then they will again come inside, they will again come back to its original position. Original position, when they come back to its original position, then what happens, again the thoracic cavity volume will be decreased. Okay, and when volume will be decreased, then pressure will be increased. Same like when you are, when 100 of you are put inside a small room, the pressure will increase, right? Same way, when the volume will be decreased, then pressure will increase. So when what happens, when pressure will increase, then we have to uh, take out pressure from here. So air will move from high pressure to low pressure again. So high pressure is the inside thoracic cavity, low pressure is outside, so air moves from inside to outside. Okay, therefore we exhale, that means we breathe out. Okay, this is just so simple, but just you have to remember the steps. Okay, so inspiration, it becomes, the volume becomes big, therefore we the air from high pressure comes to low pressure, that's why we breathe in. For expiration, the volume becomes small, therefore again air will come from high pressure to low pressure. High pressure is inside, so air will go outside. Okay, so this is all about the mechanism of breathing. So I will not next will be the what to say, next portion is, wait, let me see, next is exchange of gases. This is also a mechanism, so I will not confuse you with two mechanisms. So we will get to know that in the next class. But for now, if you have any doubts from this portion, just ask. Okay, I don't know, in the offline class I would have given examples and stuff, but now I don't know whether you have understood or not. If you have any sort of doubts, please ask.
Ma'am, what is the function of this internal intercostal muscles?
This
You
intercostal
told us
muscles,
about, yeah, internal.
or this, in this one,
Yes, ma'am.
say it is the same thing, but it is found inside. external is, it is the, from this side what is visible, no, from outside the means that is external, from inside whatever is visible, that is the internal. And here you can see internal as internal intercostal muscles and abdominal contracts for active expiration. Okay, so when these will contract, they will relax. Okay, for example, when they will
Okay.
contract, other part will relax, then only the thoracic cavity volume will be increased. So here will have, what will happen when the external intercostal muscles will relax, these will contract, then only this volume will become small. But the most important is external intercostal muscles. There is less function of internal intercostal muscles. Okay, external intercostal muscle only function is more, means they have an active role. Therefore this also inspiration, it is an active process, right? So this what to say, uh, internal intercostal muscle doesn't play an active role generally. The external intercostal muscles only play an active role because it is the one which pulls the diaphragm, pulls the ribs outside, so that the thoracic cavity volume will increase. Okay, so when they
Okay.
contract, this one relax, when this contract, that one relax, so it does the opposite thing. Why these people are asking for links again and again, huh?
Ma'am, external intercostal relax means
Where?
this expressions
Uh,
is
oh, wait. Oh, this one. Relax means external intercostal muscles. This is the diagram, no? This is already written there. So the external intercostal
yes,
muscles. Okay, means external
yes, yes, yes.
intercostals means external intercostal muscles. They will relax. Relax means already relaxation. Same thing. Opposite of
Relaxation.
contraction.
Oh,
Opposite of contraction. Contraction means
oh,
it will contract. No, relaxation means it will lose itself. It will become loose. When it will contract, they will pull each other, and okay, they will pull each other, and the volume will increase. So when it relax, it will come back to its original position. Okay, since relaxation doesn't require, so let me give an example. In order to tighten your fist, you need energy, right? But in order to means open it, you don't need energy,
yes,
right? If for example, uh, to you're sitting in a bed. Okay, you're sitting in a bed. To stand up, you'll need energy. To lie down, will you need
yes, yes, yes,
energy? No, no,
yes.
it will
No,
become
no,
a,
no,
yeah,
no.
so that is the thing.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, any doubts, because it is might be a little bit hard. Because if in a class, no, for offline class, I would have used a board and I would have drawn diagrams and shown you, no. For now, this is difficult in order to teach from these diagrams. With when I draw and show you stuff, that will be easy. That is much easier. That's why I'm not sure whether you're getting the point exactly or not. But that's why just go through. If not now, just go through at home this portion that is in the book. Okay, that book that I gave you, this portion is there included in that book. So just go through that portion and come back next class when I will be uh, explaining the next portion. You can, if you have any doubts from this portion, you can ask then also. Okay, so why these people are asking for links in the group? Links, first of all, I already told that class will be from 3. I will not take from 10. I had some other stuff, so I'll take from 3. And then that question also, many of you are starting again and again asking questions, when will be class, when there will be class. Just make the habit of reading the messages that comes from me. Okay, just save my number so that you don't mistake my message for someone, your friends.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and uh, and that link is on in the description box. It is in the description box. And if you can't find the description box, which is very easy, but if you can't do that, just save my link somewhere so that you can open every time, every day the link will be same. So no use sending it always. No.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
sometimes network problem is there, na. Sometimes network problem can't inside can't we can't go to your apps, your code.
You can't go to.
Yeah, class. I can't go.
नहीं हिंदी में बोल सकते हो if you are comfortable in Hindi.
No, ma'am, we can't click you giving code number, na,
Yes.
ma'am. Then we click. Then there is some problem.
Network issue. Okay. That is network issue. What can we do for network issue? Yes. That I
Very
can
much.
understand.
Yeah, no, not just very much problem, na, ma'am.
Yeah,
In our area.
yeah, that I can understand. But if you ask where is the link, that is not network issue.
Not no.
Yeah.
Yes.
So one more thing, okay? I will update your attendance and everything for like till 4. I will upload 4:30. I will upload, okay? But
Okay, ma'am.
the what to say, timing will be shown as 10 only, okay? Even though I am taking from 3, since it is according to your routine, the timing will be shown as 4 only. Okay, sorry, not 10 only, 10 to 10:45. It will not show like 3 to 3:45, okay? Because it
Okay,
is yes, put in the system like according to your routine. So just remember that. And have you given your attendance?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Of which book means book I have shared in the group. Did you get the book, Viraj?
Yes.
Yes, that book. Okay, the CR is here.
Ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, if any new students are joined in your group, any new students, like any new, you will know no new students if they are added in the group. Just
Yes, ma'am.
make sure you add in this group also. Okay, in our zoology theory
Okay,
group
ma'am.
also. Okay. So you just keep track of that.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am,
Yes.
routine is not too much clear.
Routine. I'll send you the routine again. Okay. I'll send.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
You got from? Oh, your mentor gave it to you, no?
Yes.
I'll give
Not
you another
much
one.
clear.
I'll give you another
Oh,
one. I hope that is
oh,
clear there.
okay,
I'll send you
ma'am.
now. Okay, I'll send you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So you just go through at home, and if there is any doubt, just come up next class. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Can you show the slides again?
Yes. Wait. Which one?
Everyone, ma'am, from 1 to the last.
Today's class. No, you want to take screenshots?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, you will upload the video.
Video I will upload. You'll get the video.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, from there on. Okay.
Or else after the completion of this chapter, I can even give you this PDF also. This PowerPoint PDF also. If you want.
Okay, ma'am, that would be better.
Yeah, I'll give you that PDF. And also I'll give you notes, don't worry. But for your understanding, you can remember this way, because in the notes it will be like in paragraph wise, no? So remembering from paragraph and remembering from this point wise, it is easy for remembering point wise. So for making you understand, I'm writing here point wise, but in the exam you don't have to write this point wise, okay? You have to make paragraphs and write. That I'll give in the notes. After I complete this chapter, I'll give the notes. So don't worry.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So you need to take screenshot again or I'll give the, you can take from now also, or if you want I'll give it later.
Please share the PDF file.
Yeah, but I will send it after I complete, because I have not made the means this PDF. No, let me show you this one. Not
Okay,
made,
ma'am.
not made. No, I'll make it, then take your class, then I'll give the whole PDF. Okay, from beginning.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So I guess no doubts. Okay, you just go through at home. Any doubts, you just come next class. Okay. Thank you. You can leave.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Thank you.